I know that generally your mentality is pretty good for it. There's a good drive, there's a good reason why you do things. Sometimes people come in and they're like, yeah, no, I'm going to run 3 ultra marathons in a week. And you go, why? And they go, oh, I just feel like it. And that's when you start to think, well, I mean, it's a good reason, feeling like it. But is it because you want to challenge yourself? Are you trying to raise money? Is it something you've always wanted to do? Is it something someone's told you, you'd never be able to do that? Is there a reason why? Or is it literally just a whim? And that I think will do more than any kind of physiological prep we can do, which is important, but not as important as the mindset when it comes to, like you say, the crazy shit.
So you think keeping the ego in check is quite a big part of it?
Definitely, yeah. You need some drive, you need some level of confidence in order to undertake anything like that. You're never going to do it if you have no confidence, no sense of self. You just won't attempt it. But if then, like you say, that ego gets too big and you think, yeah, this will be fine, that's when you start to think, no, we need to find a nice middle ground. We need to be a little bit disciplined with ourselves, with our own personality, because it's not going to be easy. And I think kind of the biggest thing you see sometimes is people who expect it to be easy find it isn't easy, and then have that sudden shock. And then they start thinking, actually, this hurts, I don't want to do this anymore. And then you get in that mental space that's really negative, and how you feel affects how you feel. So if you're feeling pretty negative, if you're feeling pretty kind of like, that was a shock to the system, I didn't expect that, you're going to start feeling what your body's wanting you to feel. It's going to come out somehow. You're going to be aching, you're going to be sore, maybe you're in pain.
So there's something to be said. I can't remember where I heard about it. There was a study where they found that people that smiled when they were doing HIIT versus people that frowned actually had a far different, like totally differentiated perception of fatigue. And people that just use their normal coping mechanisms were like still performing worse. But when they told X people in the group to smile, they performed like 20% better, or the rate of exertion was 20% less.
Yeah. I mean, that's a danger there. I was saying, right, you should smile more. You don't look like you're enjoying this. I think that... I'm not picking on you, I promise.
You can't be looking at me. I am.
I think that there's a massive element of emotions and how they play in to how you feel physically. I mean, that's pretty much... People know that, people understand that. I think it's quite an interesting study looking at people and making them smile during HIIT. I'm not sure I could smile for a full HIIT session, but if you enjoy something, and sometimes smiling and laughing and dancing makes you enjoy it, even if you're not necessarily feeling it in the moment, you're going to feel way better about yourself.
Do you think it's almost like trying to change what your body does to try and get change the physiology to try and get your psychology to reflect it, maybe?
Definitely.
Like breath work?
Yeah, and I think there's a big element of that. I think that naturally we kind of try and do that anyway. I think there's an innate knowledge in the human body sometimes that if we breathe in a certain way, if we move, laugh, dance, it's just going to ease what we're feeling, whether we're feeling mentally negative, physically drained. And I think that a lot of that is something that we probably don't use as much as we should.